Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Makar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, salutations, and blessings to the hopeful elect, pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe, in the sincere hopes of being delivered in these last days. All right. Now, what we have here is a video that I came across today online. Now, I think, this may have surfaced, a few years ago. I can't remember, if I seen it at the time or not, but according to, the date on this particular video on the channel, it's around 3-4 years old. But what you're basically about to see is, this man on the screen, this Israelite man, has developed a machine that is able to produce fresh and clean water literally out of thin air. All right, literally produce fresh and clean water out of thin air with this machine, that he developed. All right, and I believe, the man is also he was also, a member of the army. All right. Now, without, delay, I'm going to play this video, and then, we'll get into a few scriptures, man. But this, again, this just shows you that, we are the chosen people, man. All right. We are the chosen people of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. And, the Spirit's had it where there's been a lot of videos on, circulating, basically, zoning in on the inventions of Israelites, man. All right. Everyday, household, things that you take for granted. When you do the research, a lot of these things that we use in everyday life are created and developed by our people. All right. A lot of the things you use on a day-to-day basis are created by Israelites, man. All right. And that's no surprise. All right. Because we are, the prince of the power. All right. Yasha Allah, he prince of the power. Okay. So it's expected that, we will be, innovators, creators, because, we come from, all right, the Most High, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Okay. Now let's play this clip.
Fuel. They added something to the coolant lines. They played with electronics. And that's not typical Vandal stuff.
Less than a week after bringing free water.
Oh, and I forgot to mention, basically, he was handing out, free water to the residents of Flint. All right. And he was giving out, so much free water that the machine that he created was vandalized and attacked. Now, the crazy thing is that, when you hear him describing, the vandalization that occurred onto his equipment, basically, it was really sophisticated. All right. It weren't, just any random, people that, vandalized this machine. All right. This was a targeted, sophisticated, plot in order to destabilize and ultimately, put this guy, out of business, basically. All right. Of giving away, this water. All right. So it just shows you that, Esau is the devil. All right. Esau is the ultimate devil, upon the earth, man. All right. And he doesn't want anyone, all right, to sustain themselves upon their own accord or upon their own strength. All right. He wants you to be fully dependent on his system, on his grid. All right. You having, means, to make fresh and clean water out of thin air, that's a major threat to Esau Edom. All right. That's a major threat. And you can't be doing that in his kingdom. All right.
To Flint, Moses West says the green machine he designed to do just that was vandalized.
Once they broke into the machine and They destroyed the generator. Technical, they knew what they were doing. It wasn't just, you know, random vandalism, not at all. They destroyed the battery. They put metal in the fuel system. I saw that when I was cleaning the fuel filter.
West is a military veteran who travels across the country to areas in crisis, bringing a machine he designed, like this one, that literally makes fresh water out of thin air. He put the green machine out for people along Saginaw Street on Thursday and was hoping to make a big impact. He says before the vandalism, they were giving hundreds of people free water every day.
You gotta look at how making it.
So he was giving hundreds of people, you know, free water every single day. All right. And, you know, just to drive the point home, you know, he was creating water out of thin air, literally out of thin air. All right. And that's an amazing thing. All right. To develop something like that, to think of something like that, that's an amazing thing. But we understand and we know that that inspiration comes directly from Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All right. We don't do these things of ourselves. Any great thing you do, all right, anything you think of, you know, comes straight from the Lord. All right. You can't do anything without Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, man. But, you know, us being Israelites, being, you know, the special people of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, all right, we have that, if you will, that, you know, that direct connection, you know, for greatness through Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, because we're a special people. All right, and let's get that right quick in Deuteronomy 7 and verse 6. And it reads, "For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth." All right, so the Israelites are a special people unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, who is the creator of all things. Okay, so if we're a special people unto such a power, all right, then our ability, all right, and the things that we're able to do, even in our current state, is going to far, you know, outdo and surpass the works of the heathen about us, man. All right, because the Lord is dealing with the nation of Israel. All right, and this is even us, you know, in our lower state. Now, imagine, you know, the things that we're going to be doing in the kingdom and the power that we're going to have, that we're going to possess in the kingdom of heaven if we're doing things like this now in captivity. You know, it really does make you think. Great things are coming, you know, for Israel, man. All right, for you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, beginning, you know, with the elect. All right, so again, for thou art an holy people. Holy means separate. Unto the Lord thy power, the Lord thy power have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. All right, now let's get back to the vid.
Vandalism, they were giving hundreds of people free water every day.
You gotta look at, I'm making anywhere from 1,200 to 2,000 gallons of water a day. You're giving away for free.
So he was giving away 1,000 to 2,000 gallons of water, you know, for free, all right, on a daily basis. That's a major problem. And I think he's going to go on to say it, but, you know, that him doing that for free was coming out of someone's pocket. So it was a problem, all right, because you got to think, you know, we're living in a world, all right, that's ruled by Esau, Edom, all right, the devil, the physical manifestation of the spiritual demon Satan upon the earth. And he's had it to where we have to actually buy bottled water, okay, in order to you know, drink water, all right, because we don't be drinking tap water. Hey, you drink tap water, that'll poison you, man, you know. But we drink, you know, the best of the worst, basically, and buying, you know, our water bottled, all right, and buying, you know, the highest pH that we can find, you know, the best source of water, okay. Now, sometimes you got to buy it, you know, in the plastic bowls. That's poison. Okay, that's why they have an expiry date on those waters that you buy in the plastic bowl. All right, it's not because the water is going to go off, but it's because, you know, the chemicals that are used to make, you know, the plastic that are embedded in the plastic start to leak into the bottle after a certain period of time. All right, that's why they have an expiry date on the bottle. It's not actually for the water, but it's for the actual, you know, the case contained, you know, in the actual water. All right, so this place is completely defiled. All right, this kingdom is totally defiled, man. So we gotta just do, you know, the best that we can while we're in hell, while we're in, you know, the clutches of Esau Edom. But that's hell. All right, we've actually got to buy, you know, bottled water. That's crazy. You living on the earth where, you know, the water is abundant. No one should have to pay for water. All right, that should be a standard. Everyone should have water, clean, safe drink of water as a standard, as a default. But under Esau Edom's rulership, you know, that is not so.
That's a lot of money out of somebody's pocket someplace.
Wes says that he can only speculate as to why someone would try to destroy something that was just trying to help the community.
Because it's not about helping the community, you know, when you're dealing with, you know, the wicked elite on the left-hand side. It's all about power. It's all about money. And more importantly, it's all about control over the people. All right? And that's why they want you to be fully dependent on the system. All right? Because that's how they're going to get people to take, you know, this mark. All right? Because you're going to be fully dependent on the system for all your wants and all of your needs. All right? So that's what's going to lead people to accept and to bow down to this new world order system, is the fact that they can do nothing for themselves, and everything that they get to sustain themselves is coming straight from, you know, the powers that be, all right, being, you know, the governing bodies of Esau Edom. That's why it's so important for Esau to maintain control of all aspects of your living and your daily life, especially concerning, you know, the things that go in your body, you know, concerning, you know, food and drink. All right, because if you control the food and the food source, then you by default control the people, because the people need the food to survive. All right, now let's get a few other scriptures. Like I said, you know, the Spirit has had it where there's been a focus regarding, you know, so-called black inventors, all right, Israelite inventors. I believe one of the brothers that uploaded a video, I forgot what the channel name was, but I saw it while I was scrolling. But you had this, what appeared to be, you know, an Edomite man, but he might have been a Jake. And he was basically going through it, and he was exposing, you know, how, you know, the day-to-day things that we use in our daily lives go back to, you know, more than likely an Israelite, you know, creator. All right, because you had a lot of Israelites that were inventing things in slavery. But what would happen is that if you had a slave master now, you had an Edomite slave master, and you thought of something, you invented something, then who would get the credit? And who would get that patent? It would be the Edomite, you know, master, because he owned you. So by default, he owned your ideas too. You know, so you might propose to him an idea, you might create something, you tell him, but then it's going to go on paper that he actually was the one that thought of it and created it, not you, because you're just merely a slave. And you know what? They still do that unto this very day. And I've actually experienced that. I've worked for companies where you'll read the contract and they'll tell you that anything you know, think of or contribute to the company while you are contracted to us, that idea, that whatever you express and you allow us to develop belongs to us, because you are under, you know, the banner of that company. All right, so that's actually a form of slavery that is still active in society today. And like I said, I've experienced it because I've worked for companies before, and you know, I've read the contracts, and they actually say that. All right, so that still exists to this very day. All right, so let's get Matthew 5 and 13. First of all, this is Matthew chapter 5 and verse 13, and it reads, "Ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt have lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing but to be cast out and to be trodden under the foot of men. All right. So what does salt do? All right. It brings out flavor. All right. Salt is flavor and it enhances the flavor. Okay. So Israel is likened unto the salt of the earth. All right. We bring the flavor to the earth. Okay. So that's a vital component. All right. Of the earth, man. All right, is the Israelites, and that bleeds into many different things, not just inventions, the way we are, you know, our abilities, you know, the things that we can do. You know, the nations, they marvel at us. Even though they hate us, they marvel at us, man, at the same time. Because why? They want to actually be like us. And it's real heavy because you got to think about it. Not long ago, our people were in chains. Okay? Yet still, you know, we've managed through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to be influential, all right, and to have the other nations actually want to be like us, dress like us, talk like us, you know. But, you know, not long ago, you had our people in chains, all right. That's a heavy thing, and that's because, you know, we are affiliated through the spirit with Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right, that's why that's able to happen. No other nation upon the face of the earth is able to do the things that we do. Okay? And that's just straight facts. Let's get one more, then we'll close out. This is Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 16. It says, the portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts is his name. All right, so Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, he's the former of all things. All right, and us being, you know, the chosen nation of Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, naturally, all right, we're going to embody that upon the earth because we're physical, if you will, representations of our powers, Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, upon the earth, man. All right, so we embody, you know, the works of Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai. All right, and that's why, you know, Elder Apostle Har will say from time to time, you know, we're likened unto many most highs upon the earth, man. Okay, and that's how they even are going to look to us in the kingdom. All right, they're going to actually look at us as, you know, over them as their powers, man, because that's what it is. That's the order. Okay, that is the order, man. Now, with that, you know, Lord willing, this was edifying. Let me just see if there was anything else I wanted to play in that video. I think that might have been it, though.
Why someone would try to destroy something that was just trying to help the community. Wes says he hopes to have the green machine back open and working again soon, with some anti-vandalism features added as well.
It actually sits in the air. I set it on the ground because the ground was a little bit unstable for it to sit on the legs, but now I've got all support for the legs. All 21,000 pounds, though, it'll sit up in the air and make it harder for people to get to do devious things to the machine. So as you heard,
so that's what it is, all right. And you know, like what was brought out, you know, he was targeted, you know, which is of no surprise. And I wouldn't even be surprised if a guy like that was just taken out, man. You know, it wouldn't even surprise me. I'm not saying that has happened to him, you know, but it wouldn't surprise me if they just took him out, because that's some powerful technology, you know, he's got right there, man. You know, but hey, Esau is going to get punished, man. You know, Esau is going to get destroyed. You know, he's the devil, you know, that the Bible speaks of. And, you know, his wicked kingdom and his wicked way of ruling is about to be, you know, taken out and replaced with righteousness. All right. So with that, you know, Lord willing, this brief lesson was edifying. And until the next time, I'll say shalom.